Imagine the constant noise, the notifications, scrolling, texting, and then everything goes silent.
Hi, I'm Dr. Debarati, and yes, you heard that right. I deleted social media for 14 long months, and this is my story. I'll be telling you exactly what happened to my life, why I deleted the social media. So, without further ado, let's get started. But before that, if you're new to my channel, then hi, I'm Dr. Debarati. I'm supposed to be starting my general surgery residency in a few months, and if we have already met, then welcome back. So if you are someone who's thinking of deleting their socials or digitally disappearing for some time, then you have to watch this video right now. So let's get started with why I deleted my socials. So I graduated med school in May 2023, and I was looking to enter my postgraduate residency, and it's a very difficult exam to crack, especially if you're from India and watching this video. So yes, and I was starting the preparation from scratch, so I had to make that effort, I had to put in that time. And in your socials you see your friends partying, and that has an effect on you, okay, they are partying, they are having fun, what am I doing? I'm just sitting in a corner with my books, I'm studying, and all those thoughts just keep coming to your head. So I was like, I don't want to deal with them, I don't want to deal with all those thoughts right now. So what's the way out? Let's delete the socials. At that time the exam was 9 months away, so I thought, what's 9 months without socials? I can totally do it, it's totally doable. So I didn't think about it that much, if you know what I mean. I straight up deleted my socials. Boom. After the graduation ceremony, we had booked a trip to Nepal. So I thought, after I come back from Nepal, I'll just delete my socials. And it was June. I went to a senior for advice about how to start preparing, and she gave me some real insights into it. If you want to crack the exam, you have to be dedicated, you have to forget the entire world for some time, and you have to dedicate your entire life to it. So I was like, okay, I'll delete my socials. Yes, I just, I said, I went through with it, I deleted. At that time I had around 23,000 followers on Instagram, and I had Facebook. Obviously everyone has Facebook. I never used Snapchat back then, but right now I use it. So Snapchat wasn't there, so I deleted my Instagram, my Facebook. WhatsApp I kept because it was the only source of communication with my friends. What are they studying, what are they not studying, when is the exam, how to prepare, what's going on about the exam, all those news and all the advices from my seniors. So I actually kept WhatsApp, and obviously I kept YouTube because I used to watch the preparation strategies, the motivational videos that kept me going. I also used to meditate from a channel over here. So YouTube and WhatsApp are essential, and Instagram and Facebook were gone. I deleted them totally. I was like, I have my iPad, and iPad is enough for studies. So on my iPad I intentionally didn't keep WhatsApp or anything else other than the study apps. YouTube was there because I used to meditate from there, because when I tried to meditate from my phone, I would accidentally see my friends' texts, and those would just keep playing in my head, and I didn't want that right in the morning to begin my day. So yes, I was like, I have my iPad and that's it, I'll just study from my iPad, I'll just forget about my phone. Now if you're someone who doesn't use phone that much, it probably wouldn't matter that much to you. But for someone like me, I had a very happening social life, let me tell you. I thoroughly enjoyed all the years of my college, and I was okay, I'm eating their story, I'm going their story, I'm waking up story. On Instagram you have to engage with your followers, and you have to give them updates, because that's just rooted in your minds right now. Like whatever we are doing, we have to post on our socials, we have to let people know. And I was totally that kind of a person. So like it was really 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 difficult for me to like give that up in like 1 minute, like in like less than 1 minute. I gave up my entire life when I deleted the socials, you can say, like except for the study part. For the most part, you can say like gone, like gone. Now, like regarding how I coped with it, like I was constantly smiling while shooting this video. Like how to even explain to you guys how I coped with it. It was one hell of a time. Like missing the constant dopamine hit of like Mr. XYZ liked your photos or Mix X commented on your post, and you know, all these kind of notifications. It was like there was suddenly a void in my life, like if you know what I mean. Like suddenly it's quiet. It's actually quiet all around. Like I had no idea what is going on in the world, what music is now trending in the reels, like nothing. Like which celebrity is eating what celebrity is having an affair with whom, like you know, all those things that media keeps on feeding us through the social media. Like everything was gone, and it was like a deafening silence. I just don't have any other like way to explain this. Like the constant noise that was always there, that is gone. It's like I have forgotten the world and the world has forgotten about me. I was like, no, I'm not reinstalling my socials. This is what I decided and I'm going to stick to it. I had to like constantly remind myself every day why I did that and what is the end result that I'm hoping for. And you know, like after 1 month maybe, I got into the habit. Like it's okay, the world is quiet, there's no noise, like it's a peaceful place. Like I know what you are thinking. Everyone who's watching this video right now, you're probably thinking that I'm calling all this like as noise. It's not technically noise. It's like when you are wanting to achieve something in life, you don't really need to keep a track of what's like happening around you that's not directly related to what you're trying to achieve, if you know what I mean. For example, you don't know that celebrity is dating which new person right now. That's like a non-essential info, and like I would call it, you have a limited space in your brain, and if you keep cramming up that limited space with all this info, then the real info would go out. And even if you don't have an exam and you are like wanting a social detox, then you probably understand the term noise. You like, come on. I remember that I used to keep countdowns to the exam day. Like once that day is there, I'd be able to reinstall everything and like scroll guilt-free. And by that time I would know that I have done everything that I could for the exam, and it doesn't bother me anymore if I'm wasting like an hour on scrolling my socials. It won't bother me. So you know, I used to like keep countdowns like, yeah, 50 days left or 100 days left, and it just kept me going. It, you know, like I took it one day at a time, like literally one day at a time. Another thing, like I installed Pinterest on my iPad, and no, I know what you're thinking. No, I was not looking up outfits back then. Now I use it to look up outfits, definitely. But no, back then I had installed to like read motivational quotes on there. You know, like hardly people use Pinterest for this purpose, but if you like go and type in something like motivational quotes for exam or like motivational wallpapers, and you know, like it's a treasure trove of all the quotes, and it has like some of the best quotes ever, and you can like totally relate to those quotes. Like I used to like write some of them on like sticky notes and stick it to my study table, so that whenever I was feeling down or demotivated or like inclining towards reinstalling the social media, I used to like read that and be like, yes, this is why I did it, and I'm going to see it through till the end. And I did like another really interesting thing. Have you heard of the term called a mood board? Like typically, it's what you want to achieve, pictures of that, and like inspirational quotes and all are like cutouts and like pasted on a board, and you just keep the board somewhere where you can see that every day. Now, I didn't have a board, and frankly I'm just too lazy to like gather all the pictures, then take the cutouts, then like write quotes and like basically arrange that. Like I'm that lazy person. So I was like, okay, so what can I do? So then I actually created a wallpaper mood board on my phone. So this is like my own personal mood board that I made, and I kept this as a wallpaper. Like it's still there, but I'm showing you from the Canva app itself, which I used to make it. Like in the center you can see I wrote this very inspirational line like make yourself proud, and here is actually the all India rank 1, that target that I had here, and you can see like it's saying 100% well done over here, and here's a picture of a surgeon operating. Like that was my dream specialty. Not was, like, no, that's that like still is my dream specialty, and I'm going to be taking that up. And like here's a picture of a bunch of doctors and like workout, like earning money, and like solo dates and all that kind of thing going on over here. And that's like the example of a mood board that you can make, and like over time if you see this like daily, it just sticks to you. So yeah, that was my fun mood board. Now regarding coping up, let's get to the really difficult part now. So I had a boyfriend, like I was in a relationship back then, and due to like my resolve of like staying away from phone as much as possible, conversations with him like decreased a lot. Like we used to talk like during lunch, and then maybe in the evening a bit, and then maybe in dinner, but there were like no connected conversation, and he felt that the distance was increasing, and I like wouldn't even deny the fact. Like every relationship needs work, and I was just not in the space at that time to like work on the relationship. And it was a 5-year-old relationship, so I thought that it wouldn't matter much, but it definitely, I feel, had a role in my breakup this January. So yeah, that's another difficult thing that happens. So if you're someone in a committed relationship and you are like trying to delete your socials and minimize like your phone usage, you might want to talk that out with your partner first. But yeah, I'll be sharing more about that in some other video. Today's video is about social media and not about that. So anyhow, I just kept going because I knew I had to like get that result. I had to get my dream branch. I had to get that dream specialty, and there was no way I could have stopped. I even took up a new hobby. Like I learned resin art. Like on Valentine's this year, my dad gifted a rose to my mom, and my mom was like, okay, this rose is so pretty, this is going to dry up in a few days, and this is why I don't like flowers, because they make me sad after a while. And I was like, I have seen resin art of like preserving flowers, and those are like really pretty, so why don't I learn that? I literally bought all the equipment, including all the molds and everything, like the resins, the molds, the entire set, so that I could preserve the flower. And yes, I did make a very nice art out of it. I succeeded in learning resin art, and I even learned how to dry flowers from my own garden so that I could continue that hobby. So this was like a major thing that I learned, and resin art is actually so pretty. Then like around January this year, the exam, which was supposed to be originally held in March, was postponed to July. Like ultimately the exam happened on August. So you can say that the social media detox for me lasted way more than I had even planned it. But yes, I never gave up. I kept studying, I kept meditating, and yes, I even joined a gym for a few months, but then I had to like stop it because it was taking 3-4 hours of my daily time, and I frankly didn't have that much time to waste like towards the end. To cope with the scrolling phone habit or like not checking messages, I installed the Forest app. Like it's available on the App Store or Play Store, you can check. And the concept over there, if you are not already familiar with it, it's like you have to plant trees and you get to set a timer that okay, I'll not be touching phone for say 2 hours, and in between if you pick up your phone for like useless reasons, for like non-essential reasons like scrolling or texting, the tree dies. And it's like a very sad thing, like no one wants to see a tree die. So that was a really good technique that helped me get over my phone addiction, you can say, and I would highly recommend installing that. So finally we get to the consequences part. Now should we start with the losses or the gains? I'm a glass half full kind of a person, so I'm going to be starting with the gains. The first and the most important gain is that I got my dream rank in the exam, and I get to take the branch of my dreams, that is general surgery. And in front of that, any hardships or difficulties I faced is nothing. It's literally nothing compared to the happiness that I got on the results day. It was like everything made sense on that day. Like that day I won. Second up, I definitely became more disciplined. I have way more control over my phone scrolling habit right now, which was like really needed, because like being on the phone 24/7, like basically the entire time that your eyes are open, that's like even pathological. That's not even good for anyone, whether you are social media detoxing or not detoxing. That's just not right. So yes, I got more disciplined. I got into a very healthy routine of waking up in the morning. Like right now, wake up in the morning by 8 a.m. I go to gym at 9. I start my day like that, and it's just way more disciplined, and I don't get the urge to check my phone that often, and that's like so huge for me. Thirdly, like I got to be the guest of honor at my school, like high school. Like I was invited to give a speech over there. Like every like doctor alumni from the school was invited, and it was such a proud moment. I got to give a speech, and like when I was in high school, I was always this kind of person who used to like shy away from like speaking up on the stage. It's not because I was not a good speaker. Like my name always would be recommended, like in like in the competitions, in the house competitions, like all those things, my name always used to be recommended, and I always used to be like, no, I'm not going. I used to like run and hide basically. And that day when I actually got up on the stage, to like give that speech, it was like I started from the place where it needed to be started. And after that, I was like, since I could do this, I can actually go on YouTube now and I can talk to people. Like, it needed to happen. Like, whatever happened needed to happen. And that's just life, you know? Like, things have a really weird way of happening. Like, you don't plan like how what happens, but it just happens. And that's it. Like, definitely the fourth thing should be I got clarity on my life about what I really want, about the kind of person that I actually want to be. And definitely that's not the kind of a person who's pathologically on the phone all the time. No, I decided I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to change myself. And I did. And I'm so proud of myself on this day. And you know, like when you're socially detoxing, the friends who like take the time out to check on you on WhatsApp because they know you kept WhatsApp, those are your real people who checked on you during that time. Like, you basically get to filter out so much in this phase who are your real friends and who aren't, who are like being nice to you just on your face and like backstabbing you in the back, or like they don't care at all about you. And you get to know so much, you get so much clarity, like even about the relationship. Like, if someone thinks that not talking for a few months, like 2-3 months, it's like increasing the distance in a 5-year long relationship, and when like he already knew that I was working so hard for this examination, that relationship obviously doesn't make any sense. Like, I was devastated back then, I would tell you. But today, when I'm actually shooting this video, it gives me so much clarity on life. And that's the clarity that every one of you needs to get in your life. Like, you need to know your friends, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, you need to know your relatives, like be it anyone, you need to know who they are. And this thing actually lets you know that. Next up, obviously I learned resin art. Like, yeah, that's a cool thing to learn. Now I can gift my friends cool resin things like resin bookmarks, resin coasters, and I can preserve a rose that a guy gives me if I like him. Like, this same thing used to like distress me so much even earlier. I'm just like my mom in that respect. Like, the flowers used to get dried up and I used to be so sad, but now I know the next flower is going to be preserved into a very beautiful thing. And like, it just, you know, you just cannot let some flowers wither. Like, some flowers are really special and you just want to keep them. Like, maybe even if it's a petal, it's just a petal, you're preserving that maybe in a coaster or something, and that's so cool. That's just so pretty to look at. So yes, I'm really proud of my talent now. Like, now I have obviously reinstalled my socials, but I barely use Facebook. But Instagram, I'm like active on there. Like, I obviously post my life again. Like, if you are someone who follows me, you already know that I give updates, I post motivational quotes, I love Instagram, and it's not a bad thing if you know how to use it within limits. And now I have the control on that. I don't scroll reels endlessly. I just get on there maybe 2 to 3 times a day, check the posts, check what my friends are up to, like post some update about my life. But I know that it won't be unlimited scrolling and I won't waste time on that. So yes, Instagram is a very beautiful thing, but you have to learn to use it within limits. I feel most of you who are like wanting to socially detox, the main app that you're trying to uninstall is Instagram. Like, I can even close my eyes and say that it's Instagram. Like, that's the popularity of that app right now. And it's totally fine for you to disappear for a few months to get your life sorted, to know what you want, to get clarity, like all the points that I mentioned. But it's not a bad app. You just have to use it the right way. Regarding the losses now, breakup? No, definitely not a loss. So the only loss that I would like to list here is like I lost like 4,000 followers. I had like 23,000. Now I have something like 19,000 on my Instagram main account. And it's okay. I'll gain them back, maybe more this time, with all of you lovely people watching this video. So that's perfectly fine. I really still would like to apologize for disappearing without saying anything from Instagram, and I totally understand why I lost all those followers. Like, I cannot blame anyone. Like, you follow an account that's like been inactive for so long, you think they have like stopped using Instagram and you just unfollow them. That's like a natural thing to do. So that's fine. And that's the only loss that I have. Like, imagine so many gains compared to just one tiny loss, and which is like completely redeemable. I think you have your answer now. So yes, this was my very interesting story of disappearing from socials for 14 months. And if you're someone who is looking to do the same, like, I would encourage you to go for it. Like, everyone needs to uninstall the socials in their life at least once. Like, you need to feel what it is like, otherwise you're missing out on a very interesting experience, let me tell you that. And if you have something important coming up, like your exams, or maybe preparing for a job or something else, and or you're just frustrated with your socials, there's no better excuse for you than like this. Like, utilize this opportunity, and you would actually feel like you have gained something out of it. Like this is my story, like unfiltered, like I told you. And like, take that break. Like, if you're thinking since long that you're addicted to social media and like you need to do something about it, like right now, go to the app, uninstall it, and feel the silence. I can guarantee you'll come out of it wiser. Like, no one in the history of uninstalling social media has ever regretted the fact that they have done that. Like, no. And even I haven't. Like, figure out what you want, filter out what needs to be filtered, but yes, take that leap. That would be my advice to you all. If you're like in my situation, or like something similar to it, even like, be it an important exam, a job interview, or like you have recently had a heartbreak and you're wanting to like disappear for a bit, do it. Like, what's stopping you from doing it? Like, every time like you doubt the decision, I want you to listen to this video again and like listen to my story. I want you to know that you are not alone in this. There are people who do this more often than you even think, and it's not impossible to survive without social media. Like, I'm still alive and I was gone from socials for 14 months. So yes, you won't die. Yes, people won't forget you, except the people that you need to forget too, like, if you know what I mean. So that's it. Like, do it today, do it now. And if you're like someone who has done this before, Like, I would love to listen to your story in the comments below. Like, let me know. And like, if you are someone who's like attempting it, still, like, I'd be waiting for you to listen to your story when you get back on socials. So that's it for this video. I hope you don't miss out on this experience. It can be for 10 days, 15 days, 1 month. It doesn't have to be for this long like mine. Like, whatever suits you, but don't miss out on this experience. And yes, thank me later. So thank you guys for watching this video, for watching my story about uninstalling my socials. I hope you learned something out of it. And if yes, then don't forget to like this video and share it with someone who's having a tough time handling their social media addiction or something. And it would like really help them and let them know that they're not alone in this. So thanks again for watching this, and like, please do consider subscribing to my channel for more such unfiltered talk about life, because you know me, raw, honest and unfiltered. This is me, Dr. Debarati, signing out now. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Till then, bye.